everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maggie Saure, and if you are here for the first time, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you're the first to watch. I said welcome back because I know it's been long since I was here, and I thank God and I'm happy to be back again today. And God has been faithful. I don't know about you, but I thank God for all that He has done for me. A lot has happened. Today I just came here to talk about something very important. And I had this dropped in my spirit a few weeks ago, but I've not had a chance to come and talk about it. If God has given you any form of influence in your life, influence can be, maybe He has given you influence in terms of in your circle of friends, in your family, social media, you have a huge following. You're this kind of person who has people who listen to. Like when you speak, people love you or love how you speak, or there is just something that draws people to you. If God has given you this kind of influence, today I came here to tell you that you need to use that influence in a positive way. I would have said to serve God, but I know some people would be like, me, I'm not a servant of God. Me, I don't go to church. Me, I don't love God. But today I just came to give this as a sound advice to anyone who has influence. I don't care if you're saved, if you go to church. I don't care who you are, but if you can get to hear this message, if God has given you any form of influence, because these things come from God, favor comes from God. If people can hear you, it comes from God. If you can be a leader, if you can move a group of people, it comes from God. So if you have this form of influence, use it in the positive. Use it to impact people, to encourage people, not to discourage them, to kill their spirit. Do not use it to make people fall from the grace of God. You see, what I mean is this. There are people who God has blessed with a huge following. And I know we brag and say, no, it's my effort. It's me who did this, and that's why people follow me. But let me tell you, the secret of that huge following is actually from God. Now, if you use it to discourage people to walk away from God, if you use it to encourage people to do things that will bring them down, if you use it to encourage people to sin, for instance, I'm telling you that won't go well with you. My advice today is, if you have any form of influence, at least if you do not like things to do with God, don't use that influence to speak against God or to mock God or to yani kama kukejeli mambo ya Mungu, and then you make people who would have loved to give even their lives to Christ may even decide and say, no, I'm not going to do it because so and so said it. Because when you have a following, people believe your idea of life. People believe your opinions. People tend to succumb or subscribe to what you say. And so if today people can hear you, make sure you don't lead people to hell. That fact is real, that whatever you say, whatever you do, people are following you. Like just what I do here, there are people who love to listen to what I say. If today I decide and tell people, you know what, guys, there is no God, let's party, let's go have fun, let's do this and that, and I'm encouraging people to do some things that are not of moral value, even in the eyes of God. If I do that, let's hear what the Bible says. There's a time Jesus was holding a child in front of people. He called up a child and said, whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble, it will be better for him to have a heavy millstone hung around his neck and to be drowned in the depth of the sea. If any of those people who believe in God, if anyone, if anyone causes them to stumble, the Bible says it is better for him to have a heavy millstone hung around his neck and to be drowned in the depth of the sea. It continues to say, woe to the world because of its stumbling blocks. For it is inevitable that stumbling blocks come, but woe to that man through whom the stumbling block comes. Yes, as Christians, for example, me, I'm speaking from the place of a Christian. There are many stumbling blocks in the world. Sometimes we really want to be perfect, but we find ourselves sinning. We find ourselves falling short of the glory of God. But then God helps us to come back when we meet these stumbling blocks in life. It could be issues, problems that make you be angry or even sin. But now the Bible says, woe to the man whom the stumbling blocks come. Woe unto you if you are the source of the stumbling block, if you are the one who is causing people to go mayhem. If you're the one who is speaking deceit in a place where many people are hearing you, and tomorrow many people fall into sin, as you hear from the word, it may not go well with you. So today I just came here to encourage you. If you have any form of influence, you could be a preacher, you could just be a social media personality, you could just be a content creator, you could be a gospel artist, you could be a secular artist, you could be just somebody people are following because of some reason. Make sure, if you cannot talk about God, if you cannot serve God with it, if you cannot preach, if you cannot encourage people to fear God, at least don't mock God. Don't talk about anything that makes God to be mocked, or the things of God to be mocked, or servants of God to be mocked, or anything that has the name of God kukejeliwa. Even if you're a comedian, be very careful on the comedies that you bring about, because you influence people. Don't cause people to fall from God's grace. If God has given you that influence in your life, use it to positively impact people. That is my message for today. I hope you have a good time. I'll come back to you again